I believe.
Good day to you, MGTOW. This is Neo, I Believe. And I'm with you with another video. And I want to talk about a few things, actually. Now, the weather here in Illinois is getting a little bit cold, which got me thinking about the saying, winter is coming. And to many of MGTOW, that saying means a lot of different things. And I want to kind of break the myths of what that phrase means and how it relates to female nature particularly. Now, here I am just enjoying my tea, so occasionally I'll take a little break and take a sippy sip of this warm herbal tea, as I shall be doing right now. Cheers, gentlemen. Now, what I really want to talk about is winter is coming. So, a lot of men in the manosphere and MGTOW have a lot of misconceptions about this supposed winter that's coming. Now, we all have crazy fantasies and ideas that, let me be honest, probably will not go into fruition, okay? We have this idea that winter is coming means that the women who have ignored you and rejected you in the past, they're going to suddenly pop up at your doorstep and say, winter is here. Can we offer you peace leave, please? And I want to let you guys know that's just a myth. A lot of men in the manosphere, particularly the black manosphere, they have an ongoing thing with this alleged text message that says, hey, big head, what are you doing? Basically, a woman in their past, maybe an ex or just some woman they admired, is going to magically know their phone number and text them this message of, hey, big head, what are you doing? Basically meaning, times are getting tough. Can I offer you peace leave? And once again, that itself is also a myth. Gentlemen, I want to make it very, very clear. We did not take the red pill to go our own way for the purpose of women so-called being sorry and then chasing after us and offering us, I'm going to use a quote from Coach Greg Adams, but offering us monkey double backflips. And far too many men have this conception that, you know, MGTOW is a club where we just sit around and gloat at women's misery, and the mantra of this club is the women will be sorry. And fellas, let's be just perfectly honest with ourselves. You're not going to have a group of women being sorry, because no matter how things shift and how bad things get and how much alleged money that the welfare system runs out of, and what alleged president is in office who is no longer signing such and such bill to grant women free money, no matter what, there are already too many loopholes where women are accredited welfare programs, simp behavior, followers, easy access to GoFundMe. The damage is so far done that I want men to understand we will not even be seeing a so-called you'll be sorry moment. Now, winter is coming up hot. The weather particularly is getting very cold. Depending on where you are, I mean, I've got some friends upstate, not upstate, but I've got some friends, well, technically upstate, but a different country. So Ontario being a state, you could say upstate. With some friends in Canada, in the Toronto area, for example. They've already had their first snow a month ago. So winter is particularly here, depending on where you are. But, fellas, come on, dude. Are we really going to believe that women are going to just feel the bite of their horrible decisions and run back to responsible men and saying, in exchange for taking me in, here is peace leave, any way you want it, any way you need it? Fellas, come on. These are women we're talking about. They don't have the capacity of accountability. For as far as they know, everything that's going wrong in their life is some man's problem, and it's some man's fault. And they're going to have a gang of men, particularly on the internet, who's going to set up a safety net right underneath their window and say,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, and if you shall fall from your high tower, let this net catch you, for I am Sir Bartholomew Simp.
The damage is so far done, fellas. The central purpose of MGTOW, or any kind of red pill philosophy, is that you have to gain sovereignty and independence in this life. Okay, your health is your own responsibility. Your finances is your own responsibility. Your transportation is your own responsibility. Your budget, your resources, your education is your own responsibility. This isn't about, setting up shop and waiting for the women to be sorry so they'll come over with some pussy. Nothing wrong with thinking that way, but I really, really need you fellas to know that shit isn't just a fantasy. It's dangerous to think, all right, winter's coming. Here come the women's. That is very, very dangerous, fellas. And your safety is something I care about, which is why I make these videos. At the end of the day, these women have utter contempt for men. Even more so if you're the responsible, law-abiding, straight-edge, drama-free man. She hates every fiber of your being. Okay, the alleged follow the rules and wait for the women's to come when the weather gets cold and the money gets low. That is just a pretty destructive fantasy at best. Now, my fellow black MGTOWs, I want to get to this crazy idea of this hey big head text message. Black men, who are we kidding? Since the birth of fourth wave feminism around, 2009-ish, women as a whole have had an increasingly indescribable hatred toward black men primarily. Do you really think when the money gets low and the weather gets cold, we're going to see an abundance of hey big head text messages? I mean, the media has spent the better half of the last decade and a half running our name through the mud, and the first people to believe the propaganda were women. As a matter of fact, the first people to keep the propaganda alive, as false as it may be, were women. Any black man who's taken the red pill can attest that women were acting on their own accord when it came to the rampant hatred, exclusion, and exilation of black men. Whether that be on a familiar basis, whether that be dating options, whether that be hookups, whether that be sex work transactions. I mean, we're all familiar with the no black men allowed when women are on the internet selling their body for money. Okay, Fox News didn't put a gun to her head and make her do that. So black men especially, the hey big head text, come on, let's not be ridiculous. Please stop the myth that some woman kept your phone number 20 years ago or knows how to reach you today. And yeah, we're going to see an abundance of women's presence, but at this point we understand women, and women fully understand that their presence is a nuisance. She's not coming by to give you the peace sleeve. She is making her presence known to you because at this point in your life, it is an utter nuisance. She is here to spite you, not conform and be a submissive, wonderful, wife material woman. She's here to spite you. And that may come in the form of chameleons. I mean, you see them online already. Some MGTOW channels can't keep these chameleons' names out of their mouth. But you'll also see chameleons of the same sort in real life. These women who were 5 minutes ago was a Bible thumper, and now she wants to hang out with the homies and the boys every single chance she gets. So you are going to see winter in the sense that women will now particularly be more vigilant in their chameleon ways. And they will make their presence known for the sole purpose of annoying you and breaking your peace of mind. And I gotta tell you, fellas, that's all they're going to do. We're not gonna see the good side of women when times get tough. That's completely asinine. It's a boomer mentality, thinking that when times get tough, here come the women's to be good, wholesome, submissive women again. Not a chance, fellas, not a chance. So my advice today is stay vigilant in your dominance, continue to be aware, be as stoic as you've ever been in your life. No invader in the form of a woman should be in your presence and able to read you. Okay, what do I mean when I say to read you? I say you should be a complicated soul. A woman today in 2022 is going to be a parasite, a leech. She needs to extract what it is you're thinking, what it is that drives you, and first and foremost, how you have been able to survive and thrive in these times. And I gotta quote the main man line of MGTOW, give them nothing. Don't even grant these invaders, these parasites, the opportunity to roll up on you unsolicitedly and read you. You must be a complicated soul, as I have said in a previous video of mine. You must be a complicated soul. Because winter is coming, gentlemen, and survival of the fittest is going to mean more to you now than it ever has. And if these women are not playing ball, which, spoiler alert, these women are not playing ball, they do not deserve your skills, your candor, your mannerisms, your advice, or your counseling. They deserve absolutely nothing. And the more MGTOW who understand this, the more red pill awakened men who understand this, the greater our life will be. So what you do from here on out, MGTOW, is of your own accord. Please don't think the wahminz are coming around to get out of the cold and snuggle up. Sorry if you saved up all the fine china, that bottle of Merlot that you've been saving on top of the fridge, just in case women stop being cunts. Yeah, might as well open her up, have yourself a drink. Speaking of drink, my tea is getting cold. Hold on, fellas. Those nice colognes that you lined up in your bedroom from your PUA days back in 2002. Hell, pour it down the toilet for all I care. That fine button shirt you were hoping to one day wear on a really nice date. Throw that bitch on and head to the mall all by yourself one day. That R&B playlist you've been saving up just for the perfect date. Please throw that simp music out. All I'm trying to say, gentlemen, is the only way forward is to stop providing for women. I'll see you in the next one, gentlemen. Thank you. And believe.